Hi everyone, this is Lisa Espinosa, spiritual career coach, author, and host of the podcast Soul Studio for Your Career. I'm so happy to be here with you for day 4 of the Priestess Novena. Welcome all of you who've been here from day 1 on, and if you just happen to hop on today, you are welcome to just jump right in. So, the focus of the work that I do, if this is your first time connecting with me, is to help people to connect with the guidance of their soul so that they can evolve their career, so that they can share their medicine through their career, through the work that they do, through the service that they do. And this particular practice, hello Kathleen, of the novena is from my forthcoming book, Birthing the Priestess Within. And so for these 9 days, we sit together for 9 minutes. Hello, Nancy. And sit in that sacred space. And the specific theme for this novena, I did one leading up to Easter, is sovereignty and grace. And we've been talking a lot these last few days about sovereignty and grace as well. And it's interesting that as we've gathered together, it's become kind of like a clearing of the chakras through the novena. So I know today we will be focusing a lot on the solar plexus, that energy center of willpower. And if you don't know anything about chakras, that's fine. I'll let you know whatever you need to know for you to receive this healing. Hello, Jill. So before we continue, let's go ahead and take some nice breaths. Let's set the sacred space here. And as you take those nice breaths, I just welcome you to set the intention of being present here, of giving yourself permission to be fully here to receive your soul's love, fully here to receive the divine's love and guidance, and fully here to connect with each other. So in this space, just bringing your awareness to your lower back, to your hips and pelvis, your womb space. And really, if you need to bring your hands there, do so, but just really feeling the weight there, like weight around your hips, of just the earth magnetizing you to her. And seeing those roots of light going down your legs and out the bottoms of your feet, deep, deep into the earth. And I think it was the second day of the novena, you received a very important activation to your root chakra. So if you didn't watch that and that feels important to you, you can always go back and watch that one. For now, just visualize those roots that go all the way to the center of the earth, to the heart of the earth. Receiving any earth medicine that is there for you, any crystals, the medicine of the tree roots, of the soil, and setting the intention of letting go and releasing anything that does not serve you, releasing anything that's unnecessary that can get in the way of you being fully present here. And then extending our roots so that they connect with each other, all of you who are here live and those of you who are watching the recording. So we connect our roots together. We create this grid work of roots, this network of roots. And in this way, we're expanding the container so that you can receive more and release more. And then breathing in all of that energy from the earth, breathing it in through the layers of the earth, up the bottoms of your feet, up your legs, through your root, up to your sacral chakra, which we worked on yesterday. There's an activation and healing of that center. Moving up to your solar plexus, which will be part of the focus today. So bringing your awareness to your solar plexus right around your abdomen, and just start to be aware of this beautiful golden light there. This golden light. And then just allowing the earth energy to continue to move up your back, up to the crown of your head, cascading down into your heart center. And I want to share that today's overlighting mentor is Gaia, Mother Earth. And so I'll show you this picture here. So yesterday we had Ganesh, the day before we had Mary Magdalene. We have Gaia, and this card is so beautiful, and it says something like the earth itself is so blessed by you, is protecting your path. So we welcome Gaia, earth here. And then bringing the palms of your hands over your heart center. As you bring your hands there, just letting yourself connect with your soul in a deeper way. Letting yourself connect with the divine. Knowing that you are here because you answered a call somewhere. Your soul, the divine, called you to be here. And you're here exactly when you're meant to be. And I invite you to welcome your guardian angels, all the beings of love and light that are supporting your path. We know that the 3 overlighting mentors for our 9-day journey are Kali Ma, who's helping us to release anything that doesn't serve us. We have Hestia, who's bringing in her medicine of sanctuary, of becoming a sanctuary for yourself and for the world. And then we have Our Lady of Guadalupe, who is the great protectress, the Empress of protection, who comes here with her message like, I am here. I'm here protecting you. I'm here guarding your path. You are safe, you are safe, you are safe. So we welcome them here into this space. Hello, Lorenza. And just seeing, I see around each of you this beautiful golden magenta light. This golden magenta light around each of you. So see that sphere. And on the first day of the novena, I think it was, when we pulled that card and you were in that sphere, that initiation by fire card, and you were like holding flames in your hands, and there was this beautiful sphere of light. So imagine that sphere of light around you now, and it's golden and magenta and violet, and maybe other colors come to you. So each of you surrounded in that beautiful sphere of grace and sovereignty. And then we kind of get a higher perspective, and we see that we are all, as a collective, all of you who are watching live, all of you who are watching the recording, whenever you watch the recording, we are all surrounded in a wider sphere of grace and love and miracles and transformation. And we welcome the light of the divine here. So as you know, or I've said before, part of the intention for this, the main intention, the reason I was called to do this novena, it was because I am very aware of that we're stepping into the second half of 2020. On June 2nd, so that's Thursday, it's literally the halfway point. And I knew, as you know, you're aware, 2020 has been really historic, let's say. There's a lot unfolding. And as we step into the second half of 2020, I was personally guided to just do a very sacred practice to help catapult me into the second half of 2020, because I know that we are all going to be guided to show up even with more presence, with more grace, with more love. And how important this practice or spiritual practices are. And then I was guided to invite all of you, whoever said yes, to take this journey with me. So let me tune in a little bit and see what are we going to do before we sit for 9 minutes with this. So bringing your awareness to your solar plexus and seeing this beautiful golden light. And it's so interesting. I don't know if you can see my nails. I have this like new nail polish, and when I painted my nails this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, it's like the solar plexus chakra. So it was perfect. So this beautiful golden, the way I'm seeing it right now is like golden, almost like a glittery light in your solar plexus. And this is your center of willpower. Willpower. And so this is having the divine will, having the will to follow your heart, to follow divine guidance, the willpower to stay focused and committed and determined, regardless of outer circumstances. This doesn't mean that you'll always be happy while you do it, or that it'll be easy all the time, or that it'll just be blissful all the time. That is not how it is. And there's so that's important to know and to normalize that for yourself, because I'm seeing now Hestia really stepping forward with this golden energy, and I'll show you her image here. And yeah, I should have known it was going to be her. Look at her. She's like golden. So Hestia, with her message, she's the goddess of sanctuary. No matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. So that golden light, so she steps forward and she's emanating. It's so interesting. Just visualize this being of love and light standing before you, and from her solar plexus, she's emanating this golden light into your solar plexus and helping to release the fear of surrendering to the divine, because that is what true willpower is. There's ego willpower, so that's I'm just gonna barrel through, or I'm just gonna push through this, I'm gonna hustle, I'm going to overdo or overwork. That's the ego way, which we're all familiar with. And then there's the divine willpower, and the divine willpower is an act of surrender. Hello, Jessica. And surrender is not passive. Surrender takes courage. Divine surrender is not giving up. So she is, as your solar plexus, so this area in your abdomen is receiving this golden light, or activating your ability to, enhancing your ability to surrender to the divine, to surrender to divine guidance, to stay committed to that. And what I see happening now is Kali Ma, who brings in her energy of like removing obstacles. She's just, as that golden light comes in, I just see all this like, just like, it is like tar, not quite as sticky, but stickier than mud, coming out of our solar plexus. Coming out it's the fear, it's the places where you still might want to control, right? And might be scared to surrendering to your heart's wisdom, to fully trusting the divine. And there's also, I'm hearing this fear of responsibility. So there's this parts of you that might have fear that, well, if I really commit to my soul's path, that's going to be so much responsibility. I'm going to be responsible for so much. I'm going to have to be perfect, which is not true. You don't have to be perfect. However, it is true. The real fear is that it means that you'll have to be really honest with yourself. That we just keep showing up to ourselves, and we keep showing up to our service, whatever that is. So there's a clearing and a healing and a light shining on that fear, if that's a fear that you have that you might not even be conscious of. So and fear of leadership, whether it's because people in power have hurt you before, so it feels like a dirty word, almost like, ew, no, I don't want power, I don't want to be a leader. There could be that. Or again, the fear of like, oh, it's going to be too much. Maybe in this lifetime or other lifetimes, you had a lot of responsibility. You were a leader and it was exhausting. So all of that is being cleared and released to step into this divine commitment, divine focus, divine willpower. And that message that in the Divine Mother Retreat that came through so loud and clear from Mother Mary of, don't be afraid to love more. That's coming really strongly right now. So that this clearing of the solar plexus chakra, a lot of it is having the willpower, the commitment, the discipline, as in disciple to your soul, follower of your soul's guidance, student of your soul's wisdom, to continue to love more. Especially when it's challenging, right? Especially when we might our ego might be like, I can't right now, or I can't love more, or it's too scary, or I'll be too vulnerable or too open, or whatever it is. So there is an activation for that. And I just feel the Divine Mother stepping forward, Our Lady of Guadalupe, just really with that message that she's got your back, right? She said, I am here protecting you. Am I not here who am your mother? Right? Que no estoy aquí, que soy tu madre. That's what she said when she first appeared. It's like, you don't have to worry. I am here, your Divine Mother. So just see her just kind of standing behind you with her, just like radiance. And if you've seen images of her, right, she has this like, it's like this sun behind her. So just breathing into your solar plexus right now, just feel spaciousness there. And the other word that's coming right now is your fuel. Is that there is this activation right now of evolving your fuel, maturing, having a more mature fuel. So what I mean by that is, what is your fuel going to be in the second half of 2020? That's the question. What is the fuel? What is your default fuel? And of course, there's going to be many for the second half of 2020. Our fuel can be, for example, urgency. It can be worry. It can be excitement, right? It can be joy. There's lots of different fuels. But this message, so that means that when you're taking action, when you're taking steps forward, when you're following your soul's guidance, you are consciously cultivating and praying for and asking your soul to fill you with that fuel that's going to help you sustain the energy you need to sustain to continue moving forward. Not just moving forward, taking quantum leaps forward. But the message right now is beautiful, Kathleen. I love that your candles are Lady of Guadalupe. The message right now is mature your fuel. So, for example, excitement might sound like a really cool fuel, but that runs out really fast. If, for example, for this novena, if my fuel was excitement, that would be really hard. Even though I was excited, I know that I wasn't going to be able to sustain excitement for 9 days, though every time, all the steps I need to do to prepare for this. So that would have been very hard if I thought, well, my fuel has to be excitement. I have to be excited. I have to be motivated. I have to be inspired. Those are, even though they sound great, those are, I don't want to call them immature fuels, but they're not sustainable. So now your soul, this is what's coming forward as we get ready to sit in the infinity point, is saying, mature your fuel. So my fuel, all of you probably know this, right? I've said it many times. This year, my word that came to me was committed, was commitment. So that's one of my fuels. Although it doesn't sound that exciting, commitment allows me to show up even when I don't want to show up sometimes. So even when I'm tired, and even when I didn't sleep well at all last night at all. So I've been kind of like a zombie all day, like really like, oh my gosh, just breathing and trying to get all the stuff done that I needed to get done, but also just really tired. And I was so grateful that my fuel is commitment, that my fuel is determination, that I'm determined and committed to follow my soul's guidance, to keep showing up even when it's hard. That my fuel is love, and love is not a wimpy fuel. Love is like a revolutionary fuel when we're really tuned into that, right? When I can really be like, okay, divine, God, source, I know how much you love me. I know how much you love the world. And I know that I can sit here and be exhausted and still be an open channel for whatever miracles you want to flow through me. That's what we're talking about. So that's what this solar plexus empowerment is empowering your fuel, maturing your fuel so that it is sustainable. So that because this is just the beginning, everyone. This is just the beginning of a decade that's leading us into a new paradigm in the Earth's history. And if you're watching this, I know, and deeply believe that you are one of those people that are here to midwife the Earth, midwife the planet through these birthing pains that it is going through. Now, it's been going through birthing pains for a very, very, very long time, but it's all culminating because there is an ascension process. And the ascension process, before that, there is a breakdown process. There is a deep dismantling process. That is the part where people can freak out, understandably so. We might feel those things at times too. I know I do. There's times where I'm like, oh my gosh. And I have to just lean into my spiritual support and my spiritual divine love. That's what we're doing here. That's what you're doing here, so that you can be those way showers, those beacons of love and light in the world. So that is what this is, that solar plexus empowerment. So as you breathe into that, just be willing to be open to whatever your soul is saying. This is a message for you. Like maybe some of the things I say might not resonate, but there will be something that I've shared that'll be like, oh, that was for me. My soul's wanting me to really hear that. So start to picture yourself, right, sitting on the infinity point. See the infinity symbol. See yourself sitting on that infinity point. Love that, maturing your field. Yes, Jill, I know, I love that too. So when we sit on that infinity symbol, talk about maturity. This is spiritual maturity, sitting on that infinity symbol and doing it for 9 minutes. In my book, I suggest to people if 9 minutes is too long, they can start with 6 or 3 or even 1 minute. But the beauty of doing this together is that we're supporting each other as we sit here for 9 minutes. I want to share with you a visual that came to me yesterday when I was meditating, in case it resonates with you. So I was meditating and I saw I was sitting on the infinity symbol, and it was traveling up and down my body, the infinity symbol. So the center was at my center. So it was like going from my root chakra up to my crown chakra and then down again. And it was, even as I'm saying it, it feels so powerful. So it was just doing that, and it was like this deep cleansing is not even the right word. It was like, and it's not alignment exactly, although it was aligning. It was like not empowerment, expansion. Can't quite find the right word, but it was upgrading it, right? Like upgrading my chakras and my body, my cells. So if that resonates with you and you want to try that when we're sitting, even just a few times, where you visualize that infinity symbol going up and down, and as it does that, it might stop some places. Like for me, it stopped around my third eye, and then it just kind of kept going down, and it would stop there. So just like, yeah, kind of like that, Kathleen. So there she's saying floating into alignment. So there was it will be, you know what's coming as I'm describing this, it'll be different for each of you. Illuminating. Thank you, Teresa. I'm glad to see you here. Yes, it was illuminating, but it was something like upgrading, like when you get internet service and then you upgrade it to a faster one, that like now you can download things so much faster, upload things so much faster on your computer. You can go to different sites so much faster. Like I know for my sons, for example, when they watch video games, they might talk about like, ooh, now they can see all the graphics so much clearer. Like that. That's what was happening. It was like an upgrade. Like, okay, now, and that makes sense. Now we'll be able to download, not that it's about being faster, but more efficient. We are really being guided to create miracles at the speed of light, just so you know. We really are up to that. So try that and see what comes for you. All right, because we're in this together. So let's go ahead and get our candle. So I have mine here. It's already lit. Right, and I'm loving seeing some of the pictures. Feel free, by the way, if you want to post on my Facebook page, like under the video for this, like pictures of your candles. I know I've seen some, and people have been writing like just all the stuff that they're releasing, right? And it just kind of feels so good to see this going down. And I'm like, all right, all of that is getting cleared. All that resistance is getting cleared. Jan just made it. Perfect, Jan. Perfect timing. All right, so here we go. And let's get our, I remember it, but I always have a part that's like, what if I forget the prayer? So here it is. And let's do this together. So remember, see yourself sitting on that infinity point, that place that exists outside of time. It's this place where you enter into ceremony, where divine healing exists, where divine solutions exist, where we know nothing and we know everything. Right? That's what this is about. And it doesn't mean that while you're sitting there for 9 minutes, you're just floating on air or having all these amazing downloads. You might not be aware of them, and that's okay. If your mind wanders all over the place, that's okay. Whatever it is, it's okay for these 9 minutes. Because we're in this together, and it's sometimes the healing and the miracles happen beyond your conscious awareness, and you'll become aware of it later. Right? All right, so let's do this together. Hello. All right. So as this candle burns, my soul within me burns. As this wax melts, resistance in me melts. 9 days to clear lifetimes of fear. As I give, I receive. As I heal, I am healed. Doors open, I walk through. I am ready for the new. Abundance flows with ease and grace, for I have finally found my place. So yay for abundance flowing with ease and grace, for sure, and for everything there. So let's put the candle down. And for those of you who missed the first part of the session, I really encourage you to go back and watch it, because there was a lot about the solar plexus that's really important. So get comfortable. I'm gonna get my timer here. We are gonna sit for 9 minutes. This is such a joy to do together, even when it's hard. All right, and go ahead and get ready. Put the volume. And begin. taking some nice breaths. Nice cleansing breaths. Take your time as you step out of this meditative space and maybe take some stretches or do whatever you need to do. I'm gonna drink a little water. Hey, Annette. I'm gonna burn some sage. I need to get myself back here, fully back here, so do whatever you need. I felt again so much on my legs and both knees this time. Like, my goodness, so there's a lot going on with my knees. And I just want to share, it was so interesting, that question that, oh good, Lisa, I was just going to say that, Lisa, Lisa Catania's writing, my fuel is trust. That was the question that was with me a lot on the Infinity Point, like what's going to be my fuel for the second half of the year? And I was thinking, like, are they going to change commitment? Will it be something else? But it was committed. And then what was added was with ease. And I was like, I love this, committed with ease. And I had my ego be kind of like, can I have that? Can I have both? Can I be committed and can it be filled with ease? That was really what was wrapping this gentleness, wrapping itself around me, like to stay in that commitment and cultivate that feeling of ease. Jill saying my fuel is gentleness. I love that. Yes, and it's so amazing, right? Because those fuels can feel like, how are we going to get things done with gentleness or even with trust or with ease? And the divine knows, because the message I heard too was like, let us do the heavy lifting. By us meaning the divine and all of our spiritual team and angels in our soul. They can do the heavy lifting. So I love that. Yes, love the infinity flowing up and down the chakras. Yeah, I love that. And then at one point when it was going up and down, it started spinning like a propeller. I was just like, all right, I'm just going to surrender it, and whatever's happening is happening. So that felt really good. Thank you. So let's go ahead and do some cards, and feel free to keep sharing in the comments. I do want to remind you, tomorrow is the Align with Future You workshop from 10 to 12. It is over Zoom. It will be recorded. So if you can't attend at that time, where it's 2 hours of really being in sacred space, planning. So it's this marriage of the divine feminine and divine masculine. So like receiving downloads and also having like practical steps to receive a vision, a divine blueprint. And we know that the blueprints from our soul are different than the blueprints from our ego for the second half of the year. It's really about aligning the you that you are becoming, the you that will be here, by the end of this year, by the, December 31st, 2020, and having her guide you from that place now. So I'm excited about that. You can go to my website or my Facebook page. I also sent out a newsletter about it today. If you want to join, there's still time. Jill, excited about class tomorrow? Yes, I'm excited too. All right, so let's go ahead and start with a surrender card. And as we know, surrender is radical and revolutionary and takes so much courage and is not passive. We can surrender passively to our ego, and that's a whole different thing, right? I was told to put hands on my head. Beautiful, Kathleen. I was told to put hands on back of my head and back, both sides. I follow directions. Absolutely. That's what this is about, really, is following the divine directions of our soul. All right, what's the message with this card? Gosh. Surrender the habit of people-pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Perfect. Isn't that so amazing? Here we are talking about service, being beacons of light and way showers, and that can get so confused with rescuing or people pleasing or not having boundaries or putting everyone else first. That is not what this is about. I mean, we've been there, done that. Like, this is different. So here we are being reminded again. Let's release that addiction. Yesterday we talked about addictions. That's an addiction too. With great compassion, we can tell ourselves this. And releasing that, it says speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. All right, perfect. Judy saying that's a good reminder. Absolutely. Let's do the angels And then we're Earth Warriors, and then we'll be done. Leap of faith. Love this. I am ready to take a leap, angels. Thank you for doing it with me. And we know this is a leap year, so this is a year of quantum leaps, and that's what we're doing in this 9-day journey. We are taking a leap. But that would be a great question for you to ask. You're so beautiful. So what leap of faith are you guiding me to take right now? What leap of faith are you guiding me to take right now? Remember that a leap of faith means you don't see the safety net, except of course you know the safety net. The safety net is your soul. But it's not a leap of faith if you're like, well, I need to make sure that all of this is set up. Like, no, it's a leap of faith because your faith is the safety net. The divine is the safety net. This isn't about being reckless, but it is about being courageous. So ask that question, what leaps of faith am I being asked to take? We will be asking that question tomorrow. That just got added to the workshop for tomorrow, so we're doing that. All right, finally, Earth Warriors. Let's see, we've gotten such wonderful cards from this deck. I have them around here, so they are. So let's see what the card for today is. Pachakarmak, nourishment of the soul. And look at this. It looks like a very divine masculine, which is so perfect because the solar plexus is aligned with our divine masculine. So it says nourishment of the soul. Let's see. Okay, I love this. It says, you are granted the gifts of fertility, creativity, and earthly abundance to support all needs, for nourishing body, mind, and soul, and to live your life fully and be capable of manifesting your divine purpose. Give yourself permission to be nourished. This includes your body and also providing your heart, your mind, your soul with what they are hungry for, meaning sweetness, divine love, and permission to be authentic. When you feed yourself that which truly nourishes you, wisely and generously, you shall become one who can also feed the world that for which it truly hungers. All right, let me read that part again, everybody. It says, when you feed yourself that which truly nourishes you, wisely and generously, you shall become one who can also feed the world that for which it truly hungers. Amazing. Perfect. What a wonderful, wonderful way to end our gathering today, everybody. Ooh, and it just jumped out just to remind me that it's here. So thank you, all of you. It's always such a joy to gather in this way. I will see you tomorrow at 3. I do want to let you know that tomorrow is Tuesday at 3. Starting Wednesday, I'm going to have to do them earlier. I knew when I started just because it's 4th of July, getting close to 4th of July and all of that, but I'll let you know tomorrow. I think it'll be 10 a.m. or something like that, just the last few days. So thank you, everyone. Make sure to share these with people who you think might be interested. They're all, hello, Sheila, thank you. They're all on my YouTube channel. There's a playlist there, or on my website, there's under free resources, soul videos. There's one post that just says Novena, and it has all of the videos there with a little description of each. All right, bye. See you tomorrow, everyone. Drink lots of water and take care of your body. We're doing a lot of activations with this Novena, a lot of healing.